So, welcome. We've got a special guest today, Mr. Bob Pennypacker. What a name, I must say, from Artisan in Healdsburg, Sotheby's. And thanks so much for joining us today, Bob. And congrats on a very successful year in 2020. I know it wasn't easy for a lot of us, but I'm really excited to hear how you kind of came out ahead and share with everyone how you've been so successful. So before we begin, I would love if you could just give a little background on yourself for everyone to get to know you a bit.
First of all, thank you for inviting me. It's really a pleasure to have the opportunity to share my enthusiasm for Activepipe and the great support staff. It's been a great part of the year. So I spent 25 years as an architect, working mainly on some very large commercial and transportation projects. And I really enjoyed the complexity of those. But after a couple decades, I figured what was missing was the contact with the end users. Because with the big projects, you're dealing with board members, focus groups, all that stuff. So I did my lifestyle migration a number of years ago to Northern California's wine country and established a one-man residential design practice and loved it. And loved it so much, I decided to be my own client and build a spec house. And through that, saw real estate from a totally different perspective. And at one point, I just decided this is what I needed to be doing. And so I got my license and never looked back. And design is just such a small part of real estate. And dealing with all the intricacies we deal with in this profession just is extremely satisfying to me.
Yeah, thanks so much for sharing that. I think it's important context for everybody listening because you have a very unique way of marketing because of your passion for design and architecture, which I think is really cool. So talk to me about some of the most important factors that have kind of led to you being so successful this past year.
Well, when I first started in real estate, it was clear that there was this continual march towards better and more digital content. So I started taking my property brochures and market reports and turning them into flip books online. And about a little over 5 years ago, I discovered the impact of video, and especially in terms of storytelling. And this was tremendously exciting. But the challenge was getting to any point of mass distribution. As far as I know, we still can't embed videos on printed material. And QR
one day,
code. One day. QR codes only go so far.
Yeah.
So in any case, I see marketing as trying to inspire people to be part of something bigger than themselves. A house is more than its square footage and number of bedrooms. It's about the location, the history, the character of the neighborhood and community, and of course its architectural style. And ultimately, the lifestyle it offers. So no matter what price point, I build stories around those much more subjective qualities because I want people to find meaning in their properties. It's as much about stewardship as it is about ownership. And people respond to that, especially now during COVID. And people are reassessing their values and understanding that they don't have to postpone lifestyle decisions.
Yeah, I'm a perfect example of that. I definitely have drastically changed the way I look at the next home that I want now that I never leave home. So that makes a lot of sense.